Andy, first and foremost, over these last 11 games now, you guys have been finding a lot of different ways to win. Is there a through line for you that has been a really positive sign that has led to this type of success that you guys are on the last couple of weeks?
For me, it's just resilient. Like, you don't play perfect baseball when you go on winning streaks. You make mistakes, you make errors, you make base running mistakes, you don't execute every pitch, but you don't let that moment impact the next moment. And I think our guys have done tremendous at that. Like, Lindor literally came up to me and like owned a base running mistake, but he didn't let it impact the game on the line at bat. That's championship caliber player. That's what you want out of your whole team, and I think we've seen that time and time again. Like, the teams that go on the long streaks, it's not perfect. It's just resilient, and so you're always bouncing back from mistakes, and you're always believing you can come back and win baseball games. Exciting for like what happened at the end of the game. But we had two guys at the bottom of our order who had a tough day at the plate. Alvarez had, Polanco had. They both got huge hits off a really good pitcher to set that whole thing up too. And so it's harder than most people give it credit for to take an 0 for 3 or 0 for 4 into a ninth inning at bat against a closer down one and come through for their team. Both those guys did that for us today, and then Lindor as well. Love those types of wins.
I was going to ask you about those two at bats, but since you already talked about it, the other element of this whole thing has been you guys essentially traded away your entire bullpen and have had guys seemingly step up every night. Tonight, especially after the last outing for Nunez and then Yan, what stood out to you about what they were able to do coming in there?
Yeah, Nunez came into a tough spot with a runner on third, got the fly ball to Benge. I think he's trying to show the league not to run on him anymore. It's pretty impressive. And then was really solid next inning. Got a big punch out before Yan came in, and Jefry got his first major league win. Some things to probably talk about a little bit once we get together, but a lot to celebrate too. First major league win, a lot of really big pitches for us today. Pitching in a one-run game at home for the first time and came through for us, so excited to see that.
Bill?
How's Manaea today?
Really good early on. I paid for 2 home runs. That the inning where it slipped away a little bit with the 3-run homer. He hadn't walked hardly anybody in a number of innings, and he had the hit batter in the walk that kind of set up what looked like a golf shot home run off the foul pole. Solid. I know he's going to want to have ended that better than it did, but he gave us an opportunity to win a baseball game today.
How big was the Benge home run against the lefty?
It was huge for us. Dion had come into the game against us and shut us down, frankly, dominated us. Kind of low slot guy with a ton of ride on the fastball, and we did not make any adjustments for him. So once Cosgrove came in, it was great to see Carson put a really good swing on it, kind of woke us back up.
Laura?
You had mentioned moments of just joy and celebration. Is there a way for something like this to impact next season in terms of how players approach that sort of challenge?
Yeah, I do think so. I think, like, when you talk about joy, you're not talking about, like, everybody smiling on the field sometimes. Sometimes you're just talking about, like, the enjoyment of getting to do this every single day. And it doesn't always manifest in, like, a big smile on the face, but, like, you're excited to be on the field and at the ballpark. When you have that and you have resilience and you know it's going to be hard at times and you embrace that, like, that's the foundation for winning baseball. I think if guys take the lesson out of this year, then yes, it can definitely impact next year. And that's the hope of what we're doing right now is we got a game today. You want to be sold out to winning the baseball game, and you want to develop habits that help you sustain winning as you go forward. And I do believe those things can happen.
Started Beatty. The way he worked the count, and he wasn't too desperate. He just wanted to get a good pitch, and he didn't get it. So he ended up walking. And then the hitting coaches talking to me in the dugout, telling me what to look for, prepping me, Rafa. Then Polanco had a huge at-bat. That was a really good at-bat. He laid up some good pitches and ended up getting a good slider and driving it. Then now I'm getting closer to being on deck. Albie does what he does. Then once I'm on deck, AJ had a really good at-bat. Just didn't happen for him. So by the time I stepped in the box, I already knew what to do. I mean, just seeing how the guys worked the counts, it was just pretty much, it was a much easier plan and approach once I saw everything happening the way the guys went about it.
You've won 8 of the last 11. How much has this team been energized since the trade deadline?
I mean, yeah, there's good vibes, good energy. Guys feeding off each other. Guys are jumping after strikeouts, which is, it's fun for the guys. You have younger players playing the game the right way, playing hard. And then you have the other ones having quality at bats like Bo, Marcus, JY, Polanco, and just feeding off each other. This is a good time right now. We just got to keep up the energy, keep playing for each other, and we'll see what happens.
Did that hit have kind of a redeeming quality after what happened when you were on base the time before that?
Yeah, it definitely didn't feel good. I tried to make something happen there. If I would have taken off when Gilbert told me to take off, because he had the right read and he told me to go, and if I would have done that, I would have made it safe to second, but I kind of hesitated and then I took off. So he did the right job. I just didn't execute it. So after that, it was just relying on the teammates. They put quality at bats after that. We just didn't score, and then in the ninth, the guys did what they did, and we were able to come back. So yeah, it felt good.
Especially when it comes to the young guys and their development, how important do you think it is to just finish off the season strong?
I mean, the more games they can play, the better. And when they're surrounded by a winning environment, and it's been a tough year for everybody here, but they're seeing that the year is not done. We got to play to win. There's an expectancy to come here and play as hard as you can day in and day out and try to win. And that's what they're doing. They're trying to win every single day. Even when we were losing, they would get a little bit upset because they wanted to win. So it is very important, and not just for them, for everybody.
You just made it overall, just the way the bullpen is pitched with so many new guys making debuts. It's only been a week, and guys winning their first career games, coming up in big spots.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been really good, to be quite honest. I mean, we had all these guys. I felt like Stearns did a good job. We didn't perform at the beginning. Just now we're in a situation where guys are performing, playing better, and everybody that's been here has been in the organization from the beginning, pretty much. And the guys that weren't, they were acquired by the front office. So this is baseball. At the beginning we didn't come through, we didn't execute, and now we are executing and playing the game better. So kudos to the coaching staff that stay with us, prepping us, pushing us, and to the front office for making the moves they had to make.
Carson, I know we've asked you a bunch of times already, but you are settling underneath that ball. How excited do you get for that opportunity to make a play like that defensively?
I didn't think he was going to go on that one, but I still know I got to finish the play and got to do it quick. So whenever I saw him kind of running after I let go of the ball, I was kind of excited for it because I knew he'd be out.
We're in shallow enough where you're saying you didn't think that he would go, but how aware are you, too, of just how fast that runner is at third base?
I know he's probably one of the fastest in the league, so I know that if there's any depth to that fly ball, he's probably going to take a chance at it, and I got to get rid of it quick and throw it hard and on target.
What do you think is the key to throwing that on target that quickly? It's one thing to have the arm, but the accuracy that you've had so far, what is the key to doing that as quickly as you do?
Probably my pitching. My pitching probably helps me out a little bit on that, so being able to translate that to the field is pretty good.
It looks like you've been actually transferring the ball a little bit quicker, too. Is that something you've been working on?
There a little bit in the beginning of the season. Me and Gilbert Gomez, we worked on that, and I feel like it's gotten better over time.
Made of the vibes overall in the clubhouse. Obviously, since the trade deadline, how many guys have been moved, but you guys are 8 wins in your last 11 here, so what do you just make of the vibes?
We're just having fun, playing free, playing like we're kids again, so it's been pretty fun to be around and look forward to coming to the field each day.
Carson, you've been pretty consistent offensively, really, since that first month, but it feels like over the last few weeks anyway, it's become even better. Is there anything that you have felt better about over the last few weeks personally?
I mean, not really. I feel like I'm just seeing the ball really well right now. You know, it's some of the best people in the world we're playing against, so being able to kind of keep what I've been doing and do it at such a high level has been pretty cool.
Sure, every assist feels good, right? Like you just said how fast Pinckney is, he just tripled. Just an assist on a guy like that, speed like that, is that even more meaningful and satisfying to you?
I'd say yes, but I was kind of like, I feel like I was in the infield when I caught the fly ball, so it kind of canceled out his speed a little bit.
Jeffrey, what does getting your first Major League win mean to you?
¿Qué se siente para tener tu primera victoria en Grande Liga?
De verdad muy emocionado, muy contento y primeramente dándole gracias a Dios y por la oportunidad y salir a dar lo mejor de mí y apoyar al equipo hasta que remontamos, como yo le dije a ellos que no vamos a perder, vamos a seguir adelante y seguimos juntos y hasta que ganamos.
You know, very exciting, very happy. First and foremost, I want to thank God, obviously, for the opportunity, but also I want to thank the team as well. Like I said when I got into the dugout, you know, where let's battle back, let's battle back into the game, and let's win this game. There was no way that we were going to lose today. So yeah, we were all together, we were all united today, and yeah, it was really exciting.
What did you make of the ovation you got when you came in and when you came out of the game?
¿Qué tú piensas de la recepción de los fanáticos cuando tú entraste al juego, pero también cuando saliste del juego?
No, de verdad, me recibieron bien, querido y muy contento y de verdad que sí, me lo disfruté y me lo gocé también junto con ellos. Como ellos se lo gozaron, me lo gocé mucho más también.
Yeah, honestly, the way that they received me when I came into the game, it was great, and when I was leaving the game as well, it was really a great feeling. I felt really welcome, but at the same time, I also enjoyed it with them. The same way that they enjoyed it, I also enjoyed it.
Did you expect it at all coming in? Was it something that you anticipated in any way?
Que si eso fue algo que tú esperabas cuando entraste para el juego.
No, simplemente yo salí a dar lo mejor de mí, porque he tenido en las últimas salidas batallando mucho y salí a dar lo mejor de mí, gozarme y disfrutarme el momento y al fanático primero ejecutar el trabajo y luego disfrutarme como ellos se lo estaban gozando.
No, honestly, I wasn't thinking too much about that. I was just trying to go out there and do my best because the last couple outings that I've had, I've battled a little bit. So yeah, when I got to the mound, you know, first and foremost, you know, try to do my job, and then once I did my job, it was time to have fun with the fans, and yeah, we really enjoyed that part.
You're one of a group of bullpen arms that's getting a real opportunity after the trade deadline. How much pride do you take in the ability that you guys have had to come up here and produce the way that you have?
Tú eres uno de los relevistas nuevos aquí que de verdad le están dando una oportunidad para poder sobresalir, vamos a decir, para el año que viene. ¿Qué tipo de honor tú coges en eso, que te están dando esa oportunidad para hacer el trabajo?
De verdad me siento muy agradecido, primeramente con la gerencia y el manager, Pichenko, de que llegué, han trabajado conmigo, me han dicho, disfrútate el momento y gózate lo que es lo que nosotros queremos, para que el juego se te haga más fácil, y gracias a Dios, cada oportunidad que ellos me dan, trato de salir al máximo y aprovecharla al máximo para quizás tener puesto el año que viene como uno anda buscando y mantenerse, que es lo primordial.
You know, I'm really grateful for the opportunity, first and foremost, with the front office, with the manager, with the pitching coaches. Since the day that I got here, they told me, go out there, have fun, do your job, enjoy the game, and I think that's allowed me to kind of pitch with a little less pressure. But yeah, like you said, I'm trying to put on a good good impression, so I can hopefully, you know, have a shot at staying here long term, whether it's next year or anything else. But yeah, it's been really good, a really good opportunity for me.
How much of a fine line do you feel like you need to walk with the celebration? Obviously, with the pitch there that was called a ball, celebrating, and then obviously the challenge, just not celebrating at the right moment there.
En ese picheo que tú celebraste antes de tiempo, que sí es difícil para ti como poder separarlo, el momento como esperar un poco más, o qué fue lo que tú estabas pensando cuando tú tiraste ese picheo y celebraste.
No, la verdad, vi el picheo muy cerca de la zona y pensé que también tenían los dos challenge y por eso fue que lo pedí, pero después de ahí yo dije, no, ya que me hicieron lucir un poquito mal, entonces vamos a ejecutarlo de nuevo y celebrar otra vez, porque no me quería quedar como que así como me hicieron, pero ejecuté y logré y volví y lo celebré como debía.
Yeah, when I threw that pitch, I saw it pretty close to the zone, so I thought it was a strike, so I challenged, and I also thought that that we had another challenge remaining. But once I lost it there, I didn't want to look bad, so I had to lock back in, focus, and try to execute my pitch again, because I don't want to stay with that celebration. I actually wanted to really celebrate, so that's what I ended up doing. I locked in, and I was able to strike him out there.
What has the reception been like since you made your debut in Cleveland? Just the fan reaction, maybe what you've seen on social media, or just the general reception to what this has become for you?
¿Cómo los fanáticos te han recibido en las redes sociales o qué eso significa para ti, cómo ellos te han recibido?
¿Sabe? Uno no le va a caer bien a todos, a muchos no le va a gustar, a muchos sí. Las redes son de ellos y cada quien paga sus redes y puede escribir, puede decir lo que le den gana, y yo simplemente no me dejo llevar lo que ven en los comentarios, y lo que me ponen buenos comentarios, amén, y lo que ponen malos también amén, pero yo siempre salgo a disfrutarme y gozarme lo que tengo que hacer, mi trabajo, y ellos pagan, van al terreno, pagan para ver el juego. Sabe que a muchos no le va a agradar lo que uno hace, pero uno no puede tampoco ponerse eso en la cabeza.
Yeah, honestly, at the end of the day, on social media, a lot of guys are going to say, a lot of people are going to say whatever they want. Some people are going to like it, some people are not going to like it. At the end of the day, they have the right to feel that way. The positive comments, amen. The bad comments as well, amen to them as well. They pay their ticket, so they can feel and they can react whatever way they want to. But yeah, you can't really control how anybody else feels. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to go enjoy my game each and every day. I'm going to try to do my best and take it from there.
Sean, how do you personally look at an afternoon like today, where you were just utterly dominant for those 5 innings, and then just have that one inning in the 6th?
Yeah, it was a good outing. I had one really true mistake. And Brady just made me pay for that. So overall it was good, and I'll take it. We ultimately got the W, so that's the only thing that matters. And definitely a lot of good things that came from it, and just something to build off of.
When you talk about some of the good things that came from it, it seemed like you were ahead 0-2 almost every single batter. Just can you kind of take us through what the mindset is for you out there when you're feeling confident to attack the way that you have been?
Just going after guys with my fastball. I feel like everything kind of hinges off that, and when I'm out and ahead, then it just makes the game a little bit easier. So, and every once in a while, just kind of sprinkle in the sweeper, and when I get ahead of guys, things are all better.
You guys have won 8 of your last 11. And how has this team been energized since the trade deadline?
We're just kind of playing free and easy. Season's going to come and go, and we're just trying to make the most of it. And I think a lot of the young guys are coming in, stepping in, and playing exceptionally well. And just as a team as a whole, I think we're playing a lot better baseball than we did the first few months. And it's just been a lot of fun to be a part of.
You had a pretty great reaction a few starts ago to Benge's throw. I know you had just come out of the game, but doing it again, just what was your reaction watching that?
It's amazing. I don't really know how to describe it. It's just kind of automatic with it right now. It's really cool to see that, the confidence he's got out there, and he's just been a great right fielder, and just an overall athlete. Just, hats off to him.